Actually, that's a good point. I was saying, I think in the previous kogeT series I casted that kogeT does kind of the same thing all the time. So it'd be interesting to see what ZvT players do in response. And I guess we'll find out here. So spawning at the left position as the white Terran, we do have kogeT.
And at the 12 o'clock position, we do have eOnzErG.
Alrighty. So, Gold Rush is the map, of course, one of the new ASL maps, also known as Skull Desert. Got a lot of tricksy back things like on Outsider. You can't see it on the minimap in the Fog of War right now, but there are neutral assimilators here with lurker eggs blocking, so units can't pass through until they kill those, kill the eggs that is. And if you do actually kill the assimilators, then you can actually just wall it off completely.
Yeah, and you can also send workers through them by using the mineral wall glitch, which is kind of cool. It does give you the extra scouting options. Weirdly though, kogeT's not going to bother using that, he's actually just going to scout through the middle. I guess one thing it does allow you to do is it allows you to see, oh, maybe not, that isn't a scout, that's an 8 racks.
Oh, come on, Kicks, the classic 8 racks, and is barely missed by the Overlord as well.
And just think, all he has to do is dig up that bunker, then he can use that as well. Just bring in the AoE 1 workers to start mining it out of the ground. Defended 8 racks.
Oh man, that would actually be quite a funny mechanic. I mean, it'd be like the neutral command center on Holy World. Although,
yeah,
I guess only ZvT can make use of that, can't they?
Yeah, and I mean, as I proved yesterday on stream, you don't need a neutral CC to get infested soon. I got my natural command center infested. That was very embarrassing.
Oh man. Wait, did eOnzErG go 9 pool?
I believe he did.
He did Gastric. Interesting.
I mean, this is almost like the perfect blind counter to this as well. So their first game must have ended pretty quickly. The DeWalt game wasn't that long, and they started about a few minutes after that started. So maybe he already did 8 racks. I mean, maybe kogeT just wants to win.
I mean, who doesn't want to win, Kicks?
He wants to win quicker than eOnzErG. Now, the good thing is, Eon does actually send the drone scout as well, so he will see there is a proxy racks. At least he should assume so. But there is gas, so wow. kogeT just being really cool and actually just going to scout with the 8 racks, but this is going to cause problems. He only has 1 Marine against the 6 Zerglings that are now running at his base. How the hell is he going to defend this?
Oh man, this is going to be pretty... Oh no, he's got 2 Marines actually somehow. So he's got 2 Marines. As long as he pulls something like 3 or 4 SCVs, probably not even 4. Like 3 SCVs is probably fine here, right? And yes, indeed. Oh no, he's gonna pull 5. All right, definitely does not want to lose to the 9 pool. The other 2 SCVs actually on the wrong side, and actually he doesn't block correctly. The Zerglings get up the ramp, huge mistake, and instant GG. Well, there you go, Kicks. That's why we have fast games.
Yep.
At the bottom right position, as the red ZerG, we do have eOnzErG.
And in the top right position, we do have kogeT, the cool yellow Terran.
The score is 1 apiece. We are in vertical spawns. We could see some fast action here. Vertical spawns are actually very interesting, in my opinion, in this matchup. You can see all kinds of cool stuff, you know, fast Guardian Rush, 2-hatch Muta, all those things very effective. I mean, they're kind of like they're kind of building on the same idea, right? The fact that the air distance is so short between the naturals.
Yeah, and it's also, especially in these positions, where on Circuit Breaker you have the ridge behind the natural in that location, it makes it very, very easy to do Muta harass.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like kogeT isn't going to build a proxy 8 racks again outside of his main, so we're going to see a more normal game from him, but is eOnzErG just going to 9 pool again? Looks like that could be an Overlord building.
I just realized on my overlay I had the races backward. I was looking, I was like, wait, kogeT's not ZerG, what's happening here? But no, indeed, it was not to be. And yeah, nothing crazy coming out. It's very, you know, you must have been right last game where you said kogeT must have 8 racks the first game. I guess maybe 1 with a bunker rush, so eOnzErG 9 pulled in response. And now they're like, all right, fine, no cheese this time. Let's play legit.
Yeah, it looks like kogeT's gonna get overlorded first. I know that that phrase is usually used for Zerg versus Zerg, but it will give Eon the information advantage, but he does send out this drone just to be sure. So that drone is going to be one less drone mining for a while. Looks like kogeT isn't actually going for gas this time, so I guess he's just going to go for a 1 Rex FE, which would make the most sense at this point. And eOnzErG just going for the 12th hatch, so nothing kind of crazy going on today. Well, at least not in this game anyway.
Yeah, the drone scout at the same time as the drone comes out to make the hatchery is pretty normal. And now he's going to be able to bring that drone back now that he sees this. However, we have seen, I think it was eOnzErG, but I'm not sure. We've seen somebody go for like the super fast third at another main in exactly these positions and use that to jump or to kind of really boost into the Hive Tech, into the Guardians, I think. Or actually, no, maybe I can't remember if it ended up being Guardians. I think, oh no, that was Michael versus Sawyer, actually. That wasn't eOnzErG, that was Michael versus Sawyer from Wednesday. But anyway, as you said, 1 Rex expand here from kogeT. Is he going to get the fast gas for the +1 or not? We shall see. He is, though, not going to scout the third hatchery at the left side. Look at this hatchery positioning by eOnzErG.
Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, if kogeT scans, he's never ever going to scan that corner of the base. Now, the only important thing is he needs to make sure he kills the SUV before it sees this, because if the SUV sees the hatchery, it sort of gives everything away. Oh, I think it's going to see it.
Oh!
Yep, it sees it.
Okay.
It appeared on his minimap as well. I just turned off eOnzErG's vision for that. Yeah, it looks like kogeT on the ball with the scouting, not going to miss anything. Almost a better position would be to build it on the low ground behind the mineral only, but I guess that does leave it a little bit more vulnerable later on.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, kogeT would have known there's a third hatchery on the map anyway, just from the gas timing and the fact that there was nothing else in the base. So even though technically it's hidden, kogeT would know there's a third hatchery somewhere, so he's going to check all the likely locations, like that random corner. Now he does have the gas already. I don't see another building. Oh, a factory kicks. He's gone for a 1 Rex expand straight into factory.
He could be going fast vessels here. I mean, he could be going for Valkyries again. Valkyries aren't as effective against 3 hatch meter, but I know Scan has been doing it quite a lot recently, so this could very well be the build that Scan uses. It's also going to throw eOnzErG off a little bit, because Eon isn't going to be able to get any scouts in the base anymore, and without seeing the gas, which is going to be impossible for at least a very long time, he's been building constant marines, so this almost looks like a +1 5 racks build. It's only going to be kind of obvious a little bit later on when he notices there's not multiple barracks worth of marine production. Now, is this lane going to be able to see anything?
I wonder if you can tell from poking the Zerglings in the front, because normally you can put, like, you'll see Zergs do this, they'll run in a little bit just to see what's actually there. I mean, if we look here, there's a bunker, there's only 2 Marines on the ramp. Now, he won't have vision up the ramp unless the Marines shoot him, but if he gains vision up there, he should realize that this is quite a low Marine count for any of the, the normal builds. So, he might get a little bit suspicious. The high-level players like this generally have really good game sense. They can just see from things like this what's going on. By the way, we have an armory and academy at the top right, as well as the starport, so I guess it's going to be Valkyries?
Yeah, you wouldn't, unless he's going full mech, you wouldn't really get the armory this early, unless you're going for Valkyries. He's not adding a second factory either, he's just gone straight into the starport. So I think he's doing the scan build that I've seen him use recently, and I know that build came from Flash, I think.
Nice.
So it seems to be quite a popular build at the moment for Terran players.
Wait, surely if the build came from Flash, it's a Flash build,
it's the
not
Flash
the scan
build.
build.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, it's the same way you keep calling the fake mech opening the Kicks build when it's clearly the Uve build. Same thing.
It's the Kicks build in my heart.
It's kind of funny because even though he has a different opening going for that 1 Rex FE, he's going to end up at the same mid-game he normally ends up with, so he really does like the style. This is certainly his thing. He's actually adding 4 barracks this time as well. With his academy finishing and his bio upgrades coming in, he should be in a pretty good place. The only thing he is missing, of course, is the engineering bay, but where did he actually scan? The Valkyrie should allow him to deal with that.
He scanned between the main and the third hatchery first, and the second scan sees the spire. So kogeT at least knows there's a spire already finished. Can probably assume it is just going to be the normal mutas. 3 lanes actually running all the way around the back here. I think they're going to see the Valkyrie. I'm not 100% sure if they were in range to see that. I feel like they might have been. But we'll see here. The mutas are popping out here. 9 mutas should be on the way. Looks like 8 mutas. He's just a little bit late on the 9th muta. But a drone is also moving out to take another base. He's also doing the mass overlord migration to the bottom left, so he can use those overlords for the stacking. But here we go. Now he definitely knows about this Valkyrie. He even had his links here at the same time. The muta's going in anyway. He's actually committing into 2 Valkyries, Gigs. He's going to try and snipe down one of the Valkyries. The other one should probably be shooting. Why are these Valkyries not shooting? kogeT making a micro error there, just running in circles with his Valkyries. What the heck?
Yeah, they're really hard to get to fire sometimes, especially when you're trying to do the micro, which I think he was trying to do. The big reason why that worked is that even though Eon had very few mutless, only 10 at the time, Valkyries don't actually do that much damage, so you can actually just micro them down without the Marines supporting them. Valkyries aren't actually that strong, and that's why Valkyries aren't the best choice to go straight against 3-hatch muta. It's better to go straight for that Irradiate, because Irradiate will eventually do a lot more damage, and it puts the pressure on the Zerg to not muck up, whereas with Valkyries you have to really babysit them to make them do the damage.
Yeah. kogeT just scans both the 3rd base of eOnzErG and the natural. So he sees all the sunkets of the natural. He sees where the 3rd base is. He's actually got 1 Marine. Seeing where the main mutaling force is, he's actually going in for the fight right now. No upgrade done yet for his Marines. The Valkyrie's also lagging a little bit behind, but he's heading down to the bottom left, and there's no Hydras in position. eOnzErG could lose this base, but he might just go for the counterattack. You can see the mutaling are actually moving in. There's a bunch of Marines heading out here. kogeT actually getting cold feet, moving back on the map, realizing he is in potential danger for counterattack. He's got 1 bunker at home, but that is about it. And now the Overlord is going to see kogeT's army all the way across the map, and here comes the counterattack.
Yeah, and he's going for a complete timing attack here. He's not actually going for any upgrades on his Marine Medic. He has another Valkyrie at home. It looks like he will be able to fend off the counterattack just, but he has had to split up his army. And look at this, the majority of kogeT's army actually going for that hatchery. And eOnzErG did just cancel it, and I think he actually hit the drone. Yeah, the drone's actually hit in the natural, so this is a really good move by eOnzErG here.
Oh man, the SCVs trying to take down the Lings, and they will. And 2 Valkyries are not going to pursue these 8 Mutalisks. But yeah, as you said, the hatchery drone hidden at the bottom left. The Marines actually spreading out to try and catch the Mutas on the retreat. The Valkyries going for the intercept here. He's chasing them into a corner. Can he actually catch all of these Mutalisks? That would be really, really big. A couple of Scourge coming out. The Muta's just flying all over the place to try and avoid. He's actually going the other way. kogeT being pulled the wrong direction here. He's going the wrong way. He's going to grab a couple of these Scourge, but the Mutas are still alive. 1 Marine heading down to the 6 o'clock just to make sure that eOnzErG's not taking this. Now, kogeT did take a lot of damage from that attack, but canceling the Zerg's 3rd is also so critical here.
It is, yeah, but the one thing is, as we go further into the game, Zerg now does have his lurkers out, and there is no medic Marine upgrade, so these Marines will be dying in just 2 lurker spines. A huge Valkyrie shot actually goes down, killing about 3 or 4 mutalists. So Eon is certainly not out of the woodwork yet.
Oh man, the Marines running straight into the lurkers. They get a pretty good spread. For some reason, the lurker spines didn't fire there. What the heck happened there? The lurkers were AFK. I thought for sure they would get a big skewer off, but not even a single lurker spine launched, I don't think. 4 lurkers, though, are cutting the main army off, but no reinforcements possible. It looks like the few mutas remaining are going to get picked off by these Valkyries. eOnzErG not paying attention to them. Is going to lose the last of his mutas. He's sending Zerglings out here to try and reinforce, but the Marines are going to cut them off. But as you say, without these upgrades, they're not quite as effective as you might normally be used to seeing Medic Marine. Oh!
Oh my god. kogeT lost 2 halves of his Bile army there. 1 on the bridge trying to get back to his natural, and 1 just over the other side just now. So kogeT's army is just completely decimated. He's gone up to a 2nd factory, no 3rd in sight, no upgrades. Now finally does have a science facility, but I think eOnzErG is in a very good position. Oh my god, the mines!
Oh man, huge mines potentially saving kogeT's life in this game. For some reason, kogeT still has a massive supply lead over eOnzErG, despite losing all of those Marines. 2 Marines and 2 medics on a mission to take down eOnzErG's 3rd base. He's actually taken it at his mineral only, but that's not that useful. He needs his 3rd gas, and now the first siege tank is out. 1 Valkyrie does get scourged down, but this siege tank will push back the lurkers, and I think kogeT is stabilized.
That was actually both of the Valkyries he still had. Both of them died from that Scourge, and the Scourge could actually get this vessel as well if kogeT's not careful. there is still no third base. He's actually taking the third mineral only, so his gas is going to be in a really bad position.
Oh,
the mineral's not going to be too bad. Oh my god, the skewers. Lurkers do so much damage to unupgraded Marines, it's almost sickening.
Indeed.
Oh, but another huge mine as well in the middle as eOnzErG tries to reinforce. At least one Lurker did go down with about 5 or 6 lings, so Vulture's worth their weight in gold right now.
Yes, indeed. And man, I'm actually surprised kogeT's managed to stabilize. A little bit messy layout in the main base with those depots, but he's got his factories added on for those vultures. He's got his third command center on the way. Looks like eOnzErG looking for the science vessel again with Scourge, but not going to find it. And just a really interesting back and forth here in the middle of the map. More lurkers are coming out, but with 2 siege tanks on the field, kogeT is feeling a lot safer, and eOnzErG not paying attention. eOnzErG, what is he doing? I don't know if this is a pathing error or something. Throwing away 3 lurkers in the map. What was he doing there?
I'm not sure. It looks like he finally does have his hive tech and he's going up to defilers, but he's just so behind right now. Even though kogeT's been throwing away his army, without that third gas, he's not going to be able to make full use of this hive tech whatsoever. Yeah,
and a drone actually goes to the 6 o'clock to try and take that. Ooh, getting killed right before it can morph into a hatchery. Meanwhile, the main Terran army rolling down, tanks picking off more lurkers in the middle of the map. Look at the supply difference, 124 to just 58 here for eOnzErG. eOnzErG now in massive trouble. His hive is finished, his defiler mount is finished. He's got more sunkets on the way, but the third base, the mineral only, is super exposed. And look at this, at the bottom left natural, eOnzErG also tried to send that drone to make a hatchery as well, but kogeT, just one step ahead of eOnzErG, has everything in place. He's even got a vulture at the main base.
Yeah, I think eOnzErG is actually just going to die right now. He only actually has about 2 lurkers defending, and even though Swarm is good, I don't think it's good enough to do this, but he is running straight up to the bio. The bio is still unupgraded, so a miracle could happen, but I highly doubt it at this point. He's just lost way too much. He has 3 lurkers sat in between the mineral only and the natural of the Terran, which can do absolutely nothing. They're going to try and catch the SCVs going for this 6 o'clock base.
They might actually do it.
kogeT.
They're gonna catch the SCVs. They've already got a lot of kills for some reason. He's transferring them through the lurk. Oh, they're stop lurkers.
Oh
wait.
He's not noticed.
He missed the chance. Oh my god.
He's too busy microing at the front. He tried to push out with the 2 lurkers. Somehow, kogeT having an overwhelming army advantage is playing like me here and actually being scared of just 2 lurkers on the swarm. He needs to be a little bit more active with his army, I think. He knows he's in the lead. But I know I make this decision really badly every time, but I think he could literally just go and kill eOnzErG right now.
Yeah, he's so far ahead. One lurker actually getting blown up before Dark Swarm is cast. kogeT does clean up those lurkers that were in between his natural and his third and his mineral only. He's taken the 12 o'clock base as well. It's actually finished already. He's just in such a great position. The bottom left base, by the way, just the 1 Vulture and Marine didn't have enough DPS to finish it off completely, and eOnzErG, though, doesn't cancel. He lets the hatchery finish. 2 more Marines there are going to mean that that hatchery is going to die, and the 6 o'clock still wasn't able to be taken. A big engagement in the middle of the map, but just the siege tank getting killed there. The Dark Swarm, again, a little bit late. And eOnzErG kind of falling apart, and kogeT's gonna win this with no upgrades. There's the mass lift on the barracks. He didn't even build an engineering bay this game. Guys, kogeT has no engineering bay.
Yeah, kogeT has entirely decided to skip upgrades. He is going straight into the mech upgrades, so he's not got 1 attack yet, but it is currently researching, and he's actually just going to mech switch. He now has his 3rd gas. He actually has enough map control to take the top left main as well. Not opting to, but look at this. He's actually just running past the Defiler on the Swarm because there's no units to defend, and I think this is going to be the moment that eOnzErG will have to tap out.
Oh man, getting another swarm in there. Marine's just gonna pull back a little bit, but now the fire bats are here. The fire bats, the mass fire bats will be able to deal with these Zorbies under swarm. kogeT knows eOnzErG can't really afford much more, but that mine could be huge. No, it's not quite huge. That mine drag could have killed a lot of the Terran forces, but it's not gonna happen. Looks like the top left is still guarded by a single Zergling, but it doesn't matter because the 12 o'clock is mining away happily. kogeT at almost triple eOnzErG supply. He's building mass fire bats here to deal with the Lings under swarm. Just a critical battle over the 3rd base. Random vessels also just floating in the middle here. No Scourge in sight, but he could easily kill those 2 vessels in the middle. And here come the mass Vultures as well.
Now what I don't understand is eOnzErG and kogeT's money. Like, kogeT is on 4 base, I guess. But eOnzErG's money is so high, yet he just doesn't have anything.
Oh my god,
it's
you're right.
So crazy. It's almost like we're watching a bugged replay.
Yeah. Wait, That is a great point. They both have a ton of bank for some reason, but I mean, I guess kogeT's winning here, and it doesn't look like we've desynced from anything. I mean, it looks like eOnzErG is just gonna lose this mineral-only base. kogeT sending down more and more dudes.
Yeah, I think both of them are focusing so hard on the attack and the defense that they can't actually throw any APM. Looks like eOnzErG is building out all his hatcheries, but his money is still really high. Looks like he's going to try and mute a switch. A lot of the Marines are actually dead, so this mute a switch may keep him alive, but even if he survives, I mean, he's lost so much.
Oh man, double irradiates on single mutalisks there, going to take them out. The tank does fall here. And these vessels are just AFK here in the front of the base. kogeT just not paying enough attention to all his stuff right now. It looks like the couple of Marines that were at the 6 o'clock are going to get taken down as well. I'm not sure what happened at the bottom left, but it seems that the hatchery and all the units are no longer there. The men are only unable to mine here for eOnzErG, effectively just on 2 bases. Mutiling are coming down to try and deal with this. Still no anti-air around, but it may be just going to irradiate everything in the end. Oh, a lot of mutas actually coming down here. They got to be careful not to clump up too much because there are a couple of radiates available. And there we go.
Yeah, just using irradiates to punish these gas units perfectly. But I don't know, I think kogeT waited too long to just go and kill him. Like, eOnzErG is certainly still, like, in any normal game you would say eOnzErG is pretty much 100% dead. But kogeT just hasn't spent his money well enough, so somehow Eon does save his 3 hatcheries at his 3rd base. He still doesn't have a gas though, and kogeT is taking his 4th and 5th bases in the top left.
Yeah, this game is just a little bit silly at this point. Also, kogeT has a surprisingly low number of SCVs. Like you know those 3 lurkers that were in between the natural and the 3rd for a while? They had so many kills. I wonder how many of those were actually SCVs. Maybe a bunch of SCVs already transferred into them previously while we weren't looking. But anyway, Goliaths versus Mutas in the middle of the map. 1-0 finished for the Terran mech army, and he's going to push back down here towards the Zerg's 3rd. But Eon is taking the 6 o'clock base, going to finally get that 3rd gas. But is he going to be able to hold on to that base? He's still sitting at almost 100 supply count. It's actually absurd how he's been able to hold on this long in the game. He's desperate with his mechs, which he picks up another siege tank, but finally the Goliaths are rolling in, and eOnzErG, I think, is gonna see the top left base now with the Zergling, with the Overlords. kogeT, by the way, is taking the 9 o'clock even, but a big engagement happening at the 3rd base. All the mutas are falling here, and it looks like kogeT, is he gonna wipe this out? Oh, Link's coming in, but it's not quite gonna be enough.
By the way, that Zergling in the top left before it died killed 8 SCVs.
Wow.
Yeah, I just had that clicked while I was watching main engagement. Oh my god! Oh dear, the salt is real.
Oh man, everyone spam the salt in the chat. PJ salted up.